Thanks for joining me in today's video, guys. Wanted to talk to you today about mid-back pain, that pain that you get that sits right between the shoulder blades that we so commonly hear about. There's so many different causes of it, and we hear so many people who constantly just keep getting manipulated and getting massaged through that area, not realizing that pain may not actually be from that problem. So I want to talk to you about two common reasons why we see people get pain in that area that actually has nothing to do with the back. It's all to do with the neck itself. Okay, so here's a couple of reasons that we see. The first one is due to a couple of muscles that come down the back of the neck called your neck extensors. So these muscles start from the skull right up here. They actually take a little bit of connection as well into the neck as well and come down and attach right into this bottom area through here, right into that upper part between your shoulder blades. So when these muscles become dysfunctional through here, and they're not working quite well, quite often we'll get an anterior head carriage where the head starts dropping forward like that. And then as we get that anterior head carriage and those muscles are contracting really, really hard to try and keep the head upright, that actually creates tension right through this area of the spine here. And that pulling tends to create this broad, diffuse ache right in that area through there that most people just want to get rubbed out and released, when really it's got nothing to do with dysfunction in this area here. It's just simply because those muscles are pulling too hard and creating the tension in that area, which is just coming because your neck extensors aren't working very well. A few common causes we see for neck extensors not working well, actually, funny enough, comes from the lower spine. So we often see problems with it coming from the lower back in people when we start having sacroiliac problems or lumbar spine problems directly, and this is sometimes just a compensation for that. We also sometimes see issues with the jaw as well, which is also a common cause of those type of dysfunction. So that's our first one in which we see that mid-thoracic region start getting sore that has nothing to do with mid-back. The second one I want to talk to you about is your dorsal scapular nerve. So this is a nerve that comes from your neck itself. So it starts out in the front of the neck through this area in here and has actually a really unique path. And it's really unique because it gets jammed up in a lot of people. So it comes from here, and as we can see our scalene muscles here, so one's coming down this way, the other's coming through that way. And the issue we have with it is that that nerve comes from here and actually passes through those scalene muscles. So if you can imagine you've got the two muscles here, the nerve actually crosses through those muscles on the way around to a really interesting course as it runs right around the back and then heads down and supplies our rhomboid muscles, which are these big muscles through here. So one of the things that tends to happen when the dorsal scapular nerve gets jammed is the rhomboids don't work very well, and as they don't work very well, we tend to start getting pain more so in this area through here. So it can be on one side, or if we're getting jamming on both sides, it can also be on both sides. And that can also give us that diffuse mid-back range area pain without actually being due to that middle part of your back itself. The interesting thing is, even though we may actually look at these and see these muscles are weak and not functioning very well, strengthening them doesn't have an effect. What we really need to do is take the tension off the nerve in the neck itself, which is really, really important. Because one of the things that tends to tighten these up, again, is our anterior head carriage. And one of the most common causes of anterior head carriage, again, is our neck extensors not firing very well. So if we lose our neck extensors and we start getting tightening of the scalenes themselves, then we can end up with a double whammy where we're getting referred or getting tension-based pain because the muscles are pulling too hard in the mid-thoracics, and then also getting what we call functional nerve entrapments, which are then altering the rhomboid function and jamming them up as well. So there are two key ways where your neck may actually be the primary cause of your mid-back pain, and just getting this area rubbed out and massaged may actually have no benefit to you in any way, shape or form, or it may just give you a short-term benefit as you stimulate the area. But anyway, guys, if this relates to you at all and you want any more information or you have any questions, just message me. Otherwise, post up below and I'll answer you back personally. If you have any other questions, remember you can always reach me. If not, then I hope you enjoyed this vid, guys. Remember, it's all about adding life to your years, and we'll catch up in the next vid. See you guys.